What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Once again, we are back here in the garage with another vehicle to work on today. Today was a crazy, insanely hot day. I worked at a couple body shops, went to a couple dealerships, and it was brutal. So this is actually from one of my good dealerships that I brought back home because there's a bunch of stuff on it and we're gonna spend some time on it. So I'll show you what we have. It's a 2021 Chevy Suburban. And you can see I kind of marked the dents with some paint marker here. You could see on the door here, the fender, the other door, and the quarter panel has a lot of dents. And some of these dents are pretty sharp. You can kind of see they're really sharp in the center, really deep. This one up here, I don't know if I can focus in on it, but this one here is a pretty good shot. And then if we go around to the other side here, you can see we got a big crease here with some paint damage. We're gonna do what we can there. This door here, little dent there, and a bunch of dents there. Again, these are pretty deep. Once we get the light on them, you'll see what we have. And I think this fender also has a dent. So this is one that's gonna take a while. And I mentioned this before about taking on jobs. It depends what you wanna do taking on jobs. So you kind of have to figure out the pricing, what the dealership wants to spend. They don't have a ton of money to spend in these used vehicles. So you kind of have to take that into consideration, how bad the job is and how you're going to access them. These are aluminum panels on this car, and it is not fun to work on these aluminum panels on this vehicle. So we're going to be popping holes. So all you hole haters out there, you can leave it in the comments saying how horrible I am popping holes and things like that. But that's one thing, again, you have to take into consideration taking on the job and what the customer or dealership expects from the job, and come to a resolution that way. So we're gonna get started on this. We'll take you along with us as we normally do, accessing the dents, working them out, and going from there. So let's get started and get this thing done. All right, we're moving along on this. As you saw in the video, we banged out those 2 fenders. They were no big deal, just a couple little ones in those, and got on this front door on this passenger side. We did pop a hole in the door. I know you hole haters can yell at me for that, but as I mentioned, you have to understand your client, what they expect, what they're expecting out of you, and this is something we came to an agreement on. Not only that, we were able to get really good tools on it that way. All who know these vehicles, they are a pain to work on. The aluminum's not fun, the bracing and the mat inside is just difficult to work around. So we popped a hole, we got in there, and as you saw in the video too, I had to heat up the panel and kind of cut through the caulk. The one was really tight under a bracing, and you know, having that hole there and accessing it that way was so much nicer. We were able to do a better job on it. I'll show you the results. As you remember, they were pretty sharp little dents, but you could see they came out really good, like perfect. So we were able to get nice tools on them. We pretty much used the Ultra double bend with like a knife blade on it, and then just a regular tool with a pretty sharp tip, able to get in those centers and work that up. So it's getting kind of late. I'm sweating. We have the air on full blast, and I am just sweating. It's late in the afternoon. I'm tired, and I have something to do later on this evening. So we're probably going to get this back door done and then save the rest of this for tomorrow. I do have another vehicle, a new TRX coming in tomorrow to do as well, but we'll have time to bang the rest of this out tomorrow morning. So we'll get going on this back door and probably wrap it up for today and then just start tomorrow. So let's get this back door done. this back door is all finished up. And we didn't even have to pop any holes on this. We just went in through the electrical outlet on the back side, got on the dents that way, and then we actually got the little one by the handle right through the little hole where the handle mechanism is. So no holes on this one. So I know some of you will be happy about that. But I'll show you the results on this. You remember that one up top there was pretty deep. It came out really nice. No issues that way. And a couple little ones down below that we took out as well. Again, I think we're finished up for this evening. I'll start on this tomorrow. This will be a combination of getting on it with some tools, probably popping a little hole in the door jamb area there, and also glue pulling some maybe. So we'll see how that goes, but we'll start that tomorrow morning. We're gonna stop this car for now. Like I said, I got things I have to do later on this evening. It's been a long day, hot, so we'll start tomorrow morning, nice and fresh, and get this thing done. So we'll see you in the morning. Good morning. We are back and all set up, ready to start on this quarter panel here. I'll show you what we have. So when I first saw this, I thought they were a whole bunch of little dents here. And you can see there are a lot of little waves and shimmers and things like that. But once I started looking at it, what it is actually all bodywork. So this quarter panel was painted before. I saw some little like dirt specks in the paint up in here. And when I looked closely, I could tell it's been painted, and this is actually all bodywork. So I'm a little concerned about just getting in there and trying to glue pull that. I never like to try to glue pull when the car's been repainted. Again, you don't know the prep they did with the paint job, or again, if there's body filler under there, you're just gonna be pulling on that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pop a little hole in there. I think that's ideally the best way to make this look good, because even pushing on that with tools, if that body filler isn't really, you know, held down or attached to the metal right, it could pop off or just crack and things like that. So this is a little, not concerning, but it just makes it a little more annoying working with something like that that's been, you know, bad body work, and then, you know, trying to fix it that way. So we'll get started on this. We'll clean it up. We'll make those shimmers and low spots look a lot better. So let's get going on this and get this thing done. finished up this quarter panel. It came out nice. Again, there's all body work in there and it's still a little wavy. I'll show you the results, but you can see all those low spots and those pretty good size, you know, shallow spots are out. It was a little difficult, you know, when you're pushing on something that's skim coated, the whole area wants to work up and not where you're pinpointing, you know, where the tip of your tool is. But you just, again, take it slow, just try to work up what you can, make that panel smooth again. So it came out nice. We just put a little 1/2-inch hole right in the door jamb area, plugged it up, and it's good to go. So again, people have problems drilling holes and things like that, and then, you know, they have vehicles like this with body work that's just horrendous, you know. So you want to do the best job you can. And again, I don't like to drill holes all the time, or especially in higher end cars or something like that. You have to keep in mind this is a used vehicle. They're in it for so much money. They just want to flip it. They're in the business to make money, you know, buying and selling cars. So there's things you have to consider what you want to do, taking on jobs. And this is one we came up with a plan and we're going to get it done. And the car's going to look really nice. Again, it has some scratches and other issues. It'll have to go through detail, maybe some paint shop stuff, but we'll get this car looking good. The dealer can sell it, makes the money, and everybody's happy. So let's get going on this. We're going to work on the other side. I'm going to flip this car around just so we have more room in this area to work, and then we'll get this thing done. Let's do it. Okay, we're all set up here. We spun the vehicle around, got it on this side of the garage so we have a little room to work. Door jamb the door, and I'll show you what we have in this door here. So you can see, again, some pretty sharp ones. They're small though. We have one there, a couple up there, one there. I think what we're gonna do with this is just access these down through the window. Maybe this one here, this one right here, will go right in this hole there. Let's see. I think there's plenty of room, so you can kind of see, nice big hole. We can access that one there, and the rest will get down through the window. This back door will probably just go in through the electrical outlet or down through the window. That one's just a small one there. And then this one, we're just gonna glue pull what we can. It's all doubled up and sealed here, so we're just gonna try to make that look better. Again, the paint's all flaking off. Again, this car has issues, but we'll make this look better and get it done. So let's get going. we're all finished up the front door and the back door here. As you saw in the video, we just went down through the window, hit a couple of those dents up top there, and then for that other one, we went through that hole where the door handle mechanism is and got on that one. As far as the back door, we just went through the electrical port on the back side and accessed that one. It's kind of nice having those pink marks on there and slowly wiping them off. It gives you some confidence, or, you know, that you're accomplishing something, you know, banging out the dents and slowly getting to the end. So we have this one here on this quarter panel. Again, I don't think this is going to come out the greatest. It's really pinched together and sealed here. It's paint damage. They're planning on sending it to the body shop anyway to get it painted, but I figured we'll throw some glue on there. Maybe we can work some of it out, make it look better. And it saves the body shop some time too, if they're going to repair it. So we'll probably end the video here just with some glue pulling, but hopefully you guys liked the video. If you can, like, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate all the support, and we'll move on to the next one. We'll catch you next time.